The shaving brush, an essential tool in the grooming routines of men across the world, has a rich and fascinating history. The concept of the shaving brush dates back to the ancient civilizations, with early examples traced to the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans. The first documented reference to a shaving brush, however, can be attributed to France in the 18th century. The French Revolution saw a rise in the popularity of beardless faces, which in turn led to a demand for better grooming tools. The original shaving brushes were made of badger hair, prized for its water retention and softness, qualities ideal for creating a rich lather. And a lot of seasoned traditional wet shavers know that your natural hair brushes can be a little bit scritchy, which can lead to skin irritation. So I'm going to show you how to gel tip your shave brushes, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to El Mescalero Shaves YouTube channel. I'm your host Nick. That didn't feel right. I don't know if I like that intro. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, and let me know that didn't work though. Anyway, hey guys, thank you so much for being here. So good to see you guys. And so I'm going to show you how to gel tip these brushes, your shave brushes. I've never gel tipped a shave brush before. I've heard of it before. I've never ordered a gel tip shave brush, but it's for your boar hairs and your badger hairs. I didn't even know you needed to do this to badger hairs until I bought this guy right here, which is the Mula silver tip badger hair. And this thing is so freaking scritchy, man. It actually irritated my face one time really bad, actually. I thought it was the razor that I was using, but it was actually this guy because it was so scritchy. And this is a silver tip badger. You can do this to the boar hair brushes also. So what gel tipping your shave brushes, what that is what you're doing is you're actually going to bleach the top here. The tips of your hair, your shaving brush hair, you're gonna bleach them. You're gonna bleach them to the point to where you damage them. And what that damage does is it causes a lot of split ends, and that split end is gonna curl over onto itself, and it's gonna feel very soft, luxurious, almost like it's got a gel covering on it. And so yeah, we're gonna go through that process. I'm gonna show you right now what I'm using and what I picked up. So I went over to Sally's Beauty Supply, and I got this Claire Professional BW2 right here. Let me see if I can get it up on screen, if it'll autofocus for you guys. Will it autofocus? Autofocus, please. Anyway, at some point it's got to focus, right? That way you guys can see what this is. There it goes. It looks like it focused right there. So I picked this up at Sally's Beauty Supply, and this is de-dusted extra strength powder lightener. Not just regular dusted, de-dusted. I told the lady there that I needed some bleach powder, and she turned me on to this and a couple of other ones. And I told her what I was doing, and she said this one would be your best choice for what you're looking to do. And I also got this volume cream 20. They do have different ones there. They have the 20, they have the 40, they have a couple other ones. She said that if you get like the 40, anything stronger, what you're going to do is you're going to just start eating that hair, and you don't want to do that. What I explained to her what I was trying to do, she said this was the best formula to use this powder with this volume cream right here, the 20. And so I picked this up also. Everything I'm going to show you I picked up at Sally's Beauty. It was a one-stop shop. So I got this. I did get this applicator brush here. So we'll just pop it open real quick. So here's the applicator brush. And they got really big ones too. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need a big giant one. They're basically the same price. I think I paid $1 something for it. I'll put the prices up on screen what I'm using. So I grabbed this. I actually grabbed 2 packs of these because I'm doing 7 shave brushes. And I don't know how much I'm going to need. So the way you mix these is a 1-to-1 ratio. So this is 1 ounce. This bottle here is 4 ounces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball half of the liquid that's in here, and I'm going to cut open 2 of these, pour them in this little bowl here. So I got a little bowl here. You could, let me see. There you go. At the bottom, you can see where it measures, but I don't know if I don't think that's going to help at all. I think it's just better to eyeball it like a dime bag. Just throw it in there and try to eyeball it as best you can. I did put a little mark with a pencil right there, or I'm sorry, a pin. So I'm going to try to use some lighting to look down here and see where my liquid is at, and make sure that it's right there at that line. That tells me basically that's at half for, that's basically 2 ounces for what I'm doing here. So yeah, I got this shave brush here. I've got this one. The other ones are outside, out of the, not outside, it's freaking cold outside, but it's out in the kitchen waiting for me. That's where I'm going to stage everything. That's where I'm going to show you the process of doing this. I learned the process by Matthew Lawrence. Matthew, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. You're helping so many people out just showing them this process, because I'm at my wit's end with this guy, because I have put him in the fridge I don't know how many times. Every time I sit down, I put a towel over my leg and I'm doing this number for at least 15-20 minutes trying to soften him up, and he's still very, very scritchy. So Mula, I'm not sure what you did with these Mula, but yeah, I can't get this to stop being scritchy. It's very, very scritchy. I don't know what Mula did, or I don't know what they did, but I don't like it. And I really want to like it, because I paid $1.50 for this thing. $150 ain't cheap for a brush. And then for you not to like it and it not to perform, and it's a silver tip for it to be scritchy and not be soft and luxurious. It's very disappointing. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, trying different things. And I think this gel tip is really going to work. I'm really hopeful anyway. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I saw Matthew Lawrence doing it. I've heard of gel tip badger brushes before and board brushes, but I never knew you could just do it at home. I never knew what it entailed until he showed us. So yeah, really appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. So I'm going to move all this stuff to the kitchen, and let's go to my kitchen. Let's go take care of this. All right, everyone, here we are in my kitchen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these packs up, and I'm going to pour them in this mixing bowl here. I got the mixing bowl at Sally's too. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I am going to pour this in there, and this actually looks like quite a bit. So I don't know if I'm going to, like I said, this is 1 ounce. This is 4 ounces. I was going to use this. I was going to use 2 ounces of this, but I don't know if I'm measuring this by ounce or if I'm measuring it by volume. I don't know if I put a whole bunch of this in there. It looks like this would take, this much powder would actually take half of this tube or bottle right here if I was doing it by volume. But the lady said to do half to match it 1 by 1. It's not volume, but by ounce. So that looks like it probably might be quite a bit there. So, you know what? I got 7 brushes. That's a lot of brushes. I want to make sure I don't run out. So let's do both of them. We're not scared. We'll just do it. If we have some left over, so be it. And if we use it all, bonus. So I already shook this up really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, it actually comes out pretty. Well, I think I'm going to do it by volume, because there's a lot of powder in there. How much do I have left in here? I can't really see it, but that looks about right there anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start mixing this up. So that looks pretty good there. So I'm just going to go ahead and run with that. I'm going to grab my natural hair shave brush, and I am actually just going to start painting this into the tips here. And I'm going to, instead of brushing across and having the fibers fling stuff across the kitchen, I'm just going to kind of dab it on there like that. See if I can spread it on there the best I can like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this to all of the brushes. And once this is done, I'm going to set a timer for about 25 minutes. Let's do 20. I think you're only supposed to do just a few minutes, but I know Matthew Lawrence, when I watched his video, he said that he did it for 10, 15 minutes like that. And he said in reality, he probably should have done it for about 20, 25 minutes. So I'm really frustrated with how my Badger brushes, or one of them in particular, is so scritchy. I'll probably just do the 25 that way. I don't really want to be messing around with it. He said that if it didn't work, that you could always do it again. I don't want to do it again. If it doesn't work, I mean, it can't get any worse, right? It's got to be a little better. So I'm gonna say that that's pretty good right there. I got quite a bit on there. That looks very, very nice. Almost looks like you loaded it with some soap. But that looks like it's in the tips pretty good there. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna move on to my next one. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just kind of work it around, get it on there pretty good. Oh, I'm already flinging it everywhere. But that's okay. As long as I don't make a huge mess. Okay, looks like we got them all coated pretty good here. I'm gonna wait about 25 minutes, then I'm gonna start washing them off, and I'm gonna use the Cremo 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner and my shaving lather bowl here to wash all of this bleach out of these brushes. And then we'll see what it did to it and see what the outcome was. I've got so much product left over. I mean, I basically have all of it left over, so I would recommend using one packet. I think one packet is plenty for depending on how many brushes you want to do. I've got a lot of brushes that I need to get done, so I don't want to waste this. So I'm going to go grab all of my natural hair brushes, and I'm just going to do all of them. And we'll wait 25 minutes, come back, and we'll wash these brushes. Okay, Google, set a timer for 25 minutes.
All right, 25 minutes, starting now.
All right, I pretty much got all of my brushes dyed at this point, or bleached. It's been 25 minutes, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take some of this Cremo shampoo and conditioner. I'm going to put a little bit in there, add some water, and then I'm going to start just like I'm going to, oh, there's a little too much water in there. Just like I'm building a lather, I'm going to get this bleach off of here. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to add a little bit of water. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and act like I'm building a lather, a shaving lather. So I'm going to do this to all the brushes, and then I will be back and we will see how this turned out. Well, I completed the process of gel tipping all my natural hair brushes. I had so much product left over that I didn't want it to go to waste. Yeah, a lot of it went to waste, to be honest with you, but a lot of it was used too. I had so much there. I was like, yeah, I can't throw all this away. So I gel tipped all of my natural hair brushes, and I think I had 26 of them total. So that was a massive, massive undertaking. I got fatigued at the end. I was tired, and so I got it done though, and it was very, very interesting results. I didn't have any confidence in it, didn't think it was going to work. You know, the science makes sense behind it, but I mean, you know, so what we're doing is we're bleaching the tips of the hair fibers, right? And in turn, we're bleaching them to a point where we're damaging them and they're splitting. The hairs are splitting and they're curling. And in turn, when it gets wet, it feels like it's so smooth, like a gel on top. And did it work? Well, like I said, the results were very interesting. In my opinion, you betcha. Man, I would recommend this to anybody. Look at this guy right here. Look at how it just splayed out like that. That is just amazing. And it feels weird. It feels so weird, like you actually coated the tips with something. And I didn't coat them with anything except hair bleach, you know. And then I rinsed it off. I cleaned it off. I shampooed it off. And you know, I got it off. I did the original process is I put shampoo in the shave bowl and, you know, I whipped it up into a lather and then I rinsed it out and then I put some more and I whipped it up again just to make sure they're really clean. And this thing is, look at that splay. That is insane, man. And it feels wild. I can't wait to get this guy wet and put him on my face and see what it feels like because this is really neat. And here's my Mula. This one gave me a lot of problems. Look at how that's splayed out right there. And this feels, oh, that is so luxurious. If you guys are having any problems with any of your brushes being scritchy, try this method. It proved to be a huge, huge difference for me. But with that being said, let me tell you what happened. I bleached so many freaking brushes, man. By the time I got to my last brush, I think there was bleach on it for like maybe 50 minutes, you know, because I just went wild and I did all of them. And by the time I got to the last one to rinse it off, bleach had been sitting on the tips for a long, long time, and it didn't damage them. It didn't burn them. They seemed to all come out really, really well. So if you're worried about the time, like I was so paranoid, you know, I was like going around the house looking to recruit people to be like, hey, come help me wash these brushes out. I'm overwhelmed, but I couldn't find anybody, believe it or not, the youngest of 21 kids, and I couldn't find anybody to help me. So I took that task on all by myself, and I was really worried about what was going to happen to those brushes, but they didn't burn. They all came out really, really nice. And yeah, if you have a Badger brush, which is rare, but believe me, I know that it happens. If you tell me your silver tip Badger brush, which is one of the best brushes, is scritchy, I'm going to believe you because I've been suffering with this guy right here. He's been a pain in the butt. But yeah, guys, this is unbelievable. Bleaching this guy made it look like it's been used for years and years, and it is super, super soft over the years. And it's not. It was brand new. I had never used this brush. I don't think I have. No, I never used it. It was brand new. And man, oh yeah, that's really strange, really weird. What a process. Matthew Lawrence, thank you, brother, for putting that video out. I've heard of it, but I've never ran into videos of people doing it until you posted yours a few days ago. And that's what inspired me to do this. And man, is it really, really worth it? What a trip. Who would have thought, huh? Really, really neat. So anyway, if you guys, like I said, if you guys are having trouble, do this. It's actually really inexpensive, man. I put the prices up of everything, and yeah, I think I paid I don't know, a little over, a few bucks over $20, $23 or something. I got the receipt right here. Sally's Beauty. Let me see. I paid $23.19 total. And to be honest with you, you don't need 2 packs of bleach. The packs of bleach were $5.99 a piece. You don't need 2 packs. I had so much product in that bowl with 2 packs. Yeah, I could have done it with half. I could have done all of my brushes with just 1 pack. There's no reason to mix up 2 like I did. But hey, I didn't know what I was doing. That was my first time. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys like what you've seen. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you're new, I really appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, hey, brother, I hope this helps you out. I know there's a couple of my subscribers that are you know, not happy with some of their Badger brushes that they have. I do have a Badger brush that is not a silver tip. It is a... I don't know what they're called. A High Mountain? Finest? I'm not sure, but it's all brown, completely brown. There's no silver tip on it. And so those ones, they did not come out with a silver tip like this. They didn't bleach all the way. They got a light brown. So those are still wet. I actually just rinsed them off. I cleaned them off, shampooed them out, and they're still wet. So I'm going to let them dry, and I'm going to see what they look like. But You know what's funny is even when I was after the process and I was shampooing them out, it even felt different on the bowl. The glide, there was like a certain glide to it that was really weird, and I knew off the bat. Even though the knot is buried inside the suds, I could feel the difference, and I was like, "Ooh, that worked. That feels weird." Like, how does that go to like feeling like there really is a gel on there, man? I don't know. That's just so cool. I'm so happy right now that this worked. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys like that. Yeah, I'm very impressed by it. So happy. Now all my brushes are all gel tipped, and yeah, that's going to be really cool. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you guys next time. God bless.